Hey YouTube. So it's Nadira. I'm coming at you guys today to let you know what's going on with me and to discuss different ways that we as creatives can improve and spark creativity in our writing. So, first of all, um, it has been unbelievable how fast this year has passed me by. I'm sure for you guys too, it's kind of been the same. Um, it's unbelievable. A lot that I have planned to accomplish in January and February didn't come to pass because the time just passed me by and I really had other things to do. But I'm trying to get back on track, trying to make the next few months super informative and super creative for you guys on this channel and discuss more about writing. So, anyways, first of all, let me just say that um, it has just been crazy with me. But, anyways, I mean, apart from that, it's been good, but it's been crazy. A lot's been going on. Kids, you guys know I have two little ones, and then my son is the bigger one. He's overseas, so he's not really that much of a factor. But the little ones, they've been my youngest. She started school this year, so she's been really kind of it's been a handful with the two of them actually going to school, but it's been fun. I've enjoyed my time. I'm enjoying my time with them at this age, and that's it. My writing has suffered a lot, not because of the kids so much. I think it's just I first of all, I've been suffering through writer's back block for a while, and I have not been able to do the things that I've wanted to, or write the things that I've wanted to write because of that. So it's been really crazy in that aspect. I haven't written much. I have written. I've tried to get in front of the computer every day. I've tried to write every day, and literally it has been like maybe a sentence or two sentences, and like I just draw a blank and I know where the story's going, and it's just the words are not coming. Anyways, so without me actually having to really just stop and regroup, what I've been doing is actually going um, building my author's notebook and my series notebooks. My dog is here. She's so funny. She came and laid down right next to her. Your name is Bella. Bella, hey, hey, hey. You don't roll over. Don't, because you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall off of the couch, and everybody's gonna see your shame on YouTube. Yeah, they're gonna see your shame on YouTube. So don't. Okay. All right. So, excuse me. Sorry, I'm shaking so much. My gimbal is not working. But excuse me. Wow, my gimbal is not working properly. Um, I don't know. I was videotaping on it earlier, and it just kept drifting off real easy, like to the left. And I don't know if it's because I didn't charge it fully before. I haven't used it in a while, so I just went off of the charge that was there. But I don't know if it's because I'm actually, like I need to fully charge it before which they do say to fully charge it anyway. So maybe that is the reason why. So I'm sorry, I'm shaking because I'm doing this by hand. I'm trying to, kind of keep myself um, as stable as possible without using the gimbal. But it just kept going like this. And before I know it, I'm like off frame, and the whole back of my house is being shut. It was just too much. I did it like four times till I realized that it wasn't me. It was just the gimbal just was slowly drifting off to the left. So, anyways, I hope that rectifies itself once I plug it in and give it a full charge. And No, I don't have the corona, you guys. You guys, I don't have the corona. I just have a tickle in my throat for some reason. But anyways, yeah, so back to writing. It's just been really slow going for me, but I've been working on my series Bibles. Been pretty much trying to outline, can't talk either, outline as much as I can, the books in the series, because at this point I have about two series. Well, I had one series already, in the head. That's my paranormal series, but I was doing a contemporary romance, and actually I had two contemporary romances that I've been working on. One of them I had stopped for a while, so it's kind of been on the back burner. But what happened was I found a really neat way to merge the two into a series, and then I actually added two more to that based on what was happening in my first book. So there was room for expansion, that I didn't think about initially. And again, they were two separate books, but because of the worlds that you know my characters lived in, it was very possible for me to merge those two worlds and make them a cohesive series. So I actually started a series Bible on that. Been getting my characters, profiles down, working on my arcs, my plots, my outline, the works. Again, I'll call myself a pantser, but I think plotting really helps, at least in the most minimal sense, to a pantser, because I try to stick to like the three act structures, the embryo, which the what is it, the embryo outline is called. No, the plotting embryo. I forget her name, but I watched her how she did her plotting embryo. I'm gonna try and find that video, and I'm gonna link it down below. And actually, it was really interesting, and it was really helpful in me seeing how to keep certain parts of my book in a kind of a structure act, we'll say. Anyways, so excuse me. So yeah, so I've been doing that, and I did that. I saved the cat, whatever works at the time. That's what I'm doing. But I wouldn't call myself necessarily a real plotter, outliner, because it's difficult for me to really, when I think of my books, to put it in those categories. Sometimes some of the parts actually fit really well, really easily. I'm like, oh yeah, this is this, based on, what, most people would describe as, like what they would say, okay, this is the pinch point and this is the, whatever. But yeah, it's like really easy certain parts of my book, and then I get to other parts and it's just not fitting in that category. I would say too, though, that Katie Tastic, she has really good plotting videos on YouTube. I've come across two, one from like 7 years ago, and it really broke it down. It makes it more understandable for me or for a beginner. And then she had one more recently, maybe about 2 years, I guess, or a year or two, whatever. But she's another one that I like, Katie Tastic's outline, and I kind of always go back to looking at it, because I think the more I watch it, the more I'm gonna absorb. Anyways, that being said, that's what I've been working on. Again, I haven't had so much luck right now with the actual writing part of it, but yeah, that's what I've been working on. Okay, so second part of my video now is about what sparks our creativity as writers and artists and um, different ways that we can spark that creativity and imagination when we, especially for writers that we're writing. Um, one, I think, is definitely reading, because once you start reading, your imagination just goes wild. Um, so that is definitely part uh, of it, and I think that that is probably the number one on sparking creativity as a writer. Two, movies. I mean, some of these movies that I have seen, they just start my juices flowing. I start thinking about stuff. I start thinking about different spins or different ways things could have happened in that movie. Um, yeah, I mean, whatever type of movies you want to watch, whether it be um, romance, if that's what you're doing, whether it be, vampires and blase blase, whatever, even drama and mystery, because you can incorporate different aspects of those genres in, they could be subgenres like romance, but then there's a thriller subgenre or whatever in your book. So watching movies actually really opens your mind as to the story and different takes on what your story could become, if you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, it really kind of opens up your mind as to different ways that your story might go or start or take a turn. Okay, so movies definitely is one for me. Also, I think I'm on number four. Um, Sometimes doing things just like going to museums, art galleries, things like that, they can inspire feelings. And I think that sometimes can translate onto written words. I know for me, sometimes I'd see something and my heart would swell and I would just feel like I gotta say something about this or write something about this. So that's another way of inspiring creativity in writers. Um, Five would have to be music. Love my music. I got playlists like you don't even know. Even if I have different playlists for different, like I have different playlists for different books that I'm writing, but some of the books in the series, they have the same songs, but different ones peppered in, depending on it. And some songs really correlate with what you're writing, and that for me is really inspiring. I remember, like, okay, I had this scene in this book that I'm working on, and there's a plane crash, and so the girl's like drowning or whatever the case may be, and I had Daughtry's I think it's I'm Going Down. Is it I'm Going Down? Oh, I can hear the song in my mind. But anyways, though, but it's if you guys know the song I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But it's by Daughtry. I know that for sure. I just at the moment I can't think of the name, the actual name of um no, it's not Daughtry. It's Evanescence, Going Under, because she was going under the water. That's what it is. But Daughtry is in that playlist, so that's probably why I was thinking about that. But yes, Evanescence, Going Under. I'm telling you, this stuff works it gets me like hyped. Sometimes I'm blasting music in my ears. My husband's looking at me and I'm like, babe, I know you think I can't, like concentrate with that stuff. And he's like, I know you. He's like, no, that's your, your process. And sometimes when I get really, really, really inspired off of music. Music really motivates me and sparks my creativity. So that is, I would say, I think it was five tips to spark creativity in in you as a writer. And no, I'm sorry if I said five like Lizette Salisbury. I didn't mean to pull that on you, girl. Sorry if you're watching this. Is That's not what it meant, but that was just the five that I could think of at the time. What would spark creativity as a writer. So guys, thank you for watching. I'm gonna be back soon in a few days with another video, and at that time I have no idea what we'll talk about because I have a list of things that I want to talk to you guys about. But for now, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for watching my video, and we will talk soon. Bye. Enjoy your day.